So while the stew is cooking, it's going to take a while. This is beans that has already, black-eyed peas that has already been boiled and crushed. And we're just going to add it to some water. And we're going to boil some rice in here. But first we have to add a plant that is used to color the rice. That's sold in the United States. And it's, we call it Waakye leaves. There might be another name for it, but so these are the leaves. You see they have a burgundy color. So we're going to put this in with the beans, and you can use about, for this amount of beans, you can use about 3 or 4 stalks of this plant. And it's really cheap. It can be found in any Ghana store that you can find in the United States. Should have this. So I'm going to just rinse it out, and then I'm just going to break it up and put it in here. Okay. So I can just cut it. It's just enough to put in, because at the end of the day you have to be able to take it out when the rice is ready. I'm taking this. I'm just going to cut. Okay. So this I just put about 4 stalks because I want it to be really red. So we'll let it cook for some time, and you'll see that the water will change color, and then we will add the rice. In here I added to a little bit of cooked beans. I added almost like a cup of water, and then it's just going to cook, and then the color will change, and then we'll add the rice and then add a little bit more water over the rice. So here is the waakye. The rice and the beans are nicely colored. The water is colored. There's already about a cup of water in here, and we are washing a cup and a half of about 3 cups of rice, and we're going to add the water that goes with that, probably 2.5 cups. With this kind of rice, when we are cooking this kind of rice for this kind of dish called waakye, the rice is best a little bit sticky, and then it's kind of, that's how we like it. So you don't have to be so particular about how much, being very careful not to put too much water in this, because the stickier it is, the better. This is about 2 cups. If we put too much rice, it just becomes lighter. That's all. And you try to stir it in just to make sure. Yeah, we might not get it as dark as we want, because we have to have salt to taste. Let's not forget the salt. I'm going to put some salt in now. And then we're going to cover it for at least 20 minutes. Just put about a teaspoon or so of salt to taste, because there's already salt in the beans. And then we're going to leave it on the fire on medium to low. Depending on the saucepan you have, it has to be a heavy saucepan for this kind of rice. Otherwise it sticks to the pan and it starts to burn. And so the lower the heat, the better. This is a low heat, and that's pretty good. If you put it on a high heat, it's going to burn. So it has to be on a low heat, medium to low, and then it will cook for about 30 minutes. And then it should be pretty much done. The beans is already cooked, so we're just waiting for the rice to cook. So now, looking at the rice, it's kind of settling. So the best way to prevent the under from burning is to stir the rice. And in this case, we need to add more water, because the water under the rice is finished. Just to prevent it from burning and sticking to the pan. This is a good saucepan. It's almost like a stoneware. So it will take a lot for it to stick. So I'm going to add a little bit of water, probably another half cup of water, just to make sure the rice does not stick. So we're just adding a little bit of water just to sit on the rice to make sure the under doesn't burn. And this is a good mix. And now I'm just going to stir it in. And then we cover it for another 10 minutes. Once the rice is cooked, then it's done. Then we can take out the plants, the stalks. So the waakye is also ready. It's all cooked now. I've removed all the stalks from inside, from the waakye plant, the plant that we use to color the rice. And it's all done.